And it's time to play basketball here inside the Moore Fitness Center this evening as Columbia International plays host to Weber International. Everyone, Kate Crenshaw with you on the CIU Sports Network. The Rams, of course, coming fresh off an 87-80 victory this past Saturday over Union, a game where the Rams led at one point by as much as 30 points in the first half. That lead trickled down to just 2 early on in the fourth quarter. Hoping to have better execution here against Weber International today. The Warriors coming into Columbia. Rochelle Jacob jumps with the Warriors and brings down the tip. It's Franklin to bring it up the floor. Weber International traveling up from Florida. They go inside to Jacob. Back out of the wing. King looked to drive. Wide open on the right side was Franklin. Off the back iron, but bringing down the offensive board and putback is Amaya Small. Quenica Howard and the Rams looking to tie it up early. True freshman Madison Hatcher leading this team with 18 points a game. Bounces it off her own foot and is headed the other way. This is a non-conference matchup for both schools. A home-and-home series dating back to last season when the Rams went on the road and won 73-68. Jacob lays it up and in, and Weber International up early 4-0. Ferrara bringing it up the floor. Noticeably absent from the Rams starting lineup tonight is Zion Neat. Talking with head coach Danielle Fleming pregame, she thought strategy-wise, bringing Zion off the bench would be more beneficial, and that Trawick really matched up well with the bigs from Weber International. And that's Trawick crashing the boards. She'll draw the foul. Her first personal, Rams' first team foul as well. Rams once again presenting their 2-2-1 press they're known for. The pass from King off the mark. The Rams force their first turnover of the ball game. 8:35 to play in our first quarter. Weber International up 4-0. Howard to bring up the floor. She'll dish off to Hatcher. Howard crosses the timeline. Defended by Wandick. Howard off the screen. Too strong. She's there for her own offensive board. And she went to kick out, nearly had it knocked away. Now Heston, who had 25 on Saturday, drives inside. Cannot get the lucky roll. The Rams struggling from the field early. Now 0 for 3. Trying to go coast to coast was Franklin. Her shot was left short, looking for the foul. She didn't get it. Out of bounds will be Rams basketball. Heston, a nice spin move to break the coverage. Division I transfer from Oakland University. Dumps it off to Howard along the right side. Back to Heston. 7:45 at the center court logo. King trying to force her right side. She works off a Trawick screen. In the paint, it's deflected by Jacob. Headed the other way is Wandick. Too strong. And the offensive putback misfired as well from Small. Just a 4-0 ball game. Rams looking for their first bucket. And it comes from Hannah Trawick. Trawick, the senior from right here in Lexington, South Carolina. Grew up just a few miles away. Now in her 4th year with the program. Money ball off the mark. Jacob once again the offensive board and putback. One thing we've seen early on is this is a Weber International group that crashes the boards, but Hatcher on the other end off the mark. Her own putback, no good. She'll draw the foul. Great job attacking and following the shot by Hatcher. Hatcher, 77% shooter this season. She sinks her first. And make it 2 for 2. Madison Hatcher draws the Rams within a bucket. Trawick, a nice defensive stop in the paint. She left her arm straight in the air. And now the pass up to Hatcher, poked away, but not able to save it out of bounds was Franklin. If Howard had just put a little bit more under that pass, Hatcher would have been in the clear on the breakaway. Instead, she'll have the inbounds along the far side. 6:35 to play in our first quarter. Heston nearly loses her handle and somehow will get the shot off and will drop it in. Kania Heston ties this game up at 6, coming up on 6 minutes left in the first quarter. On the other end, once again, another offensive rebound. As Heston was looking to head the other way, it's going to be King. Whistled for the foul. Deja King getting tangled up with Heston. That's her first personal. Weber International's first team foul as well. .5:56 to play, first quarter. Hatcher beats her defender, pulls up for the short-range jumper, and it'll rattle in. The Rams have the lead for the first time in this one. They up 8-6 over Weber International. Headed the other end for the Warriors. Off the glass with the left hand was Deja Wanding. Heston looking to work around defenders. She shoots it into the corner. From 3, Madison Hatcher. An early 5 points for her. She pushes the Rams up 11-8. Five minutes left, our first quarter. Trawick, the deflection, and make it double time for Hannah Trawick. Heston on the other end. Ferrara from downtown. Off the mark. Wandick there to corral it. She already has 3 rebounds for the Warriors. Now she holds the ball offensively. Passing to Jacob was initially deflected, and now as Jacob looks to go on the reversal, Trawick's there. Heston, too much. Off the back iron, the Rams lead it by 3. 4.5 to play. Franklin inside will draw the foul, and she'll get 2 at the line. Madison Hatcher, her first personal foul. The Rams, second team foul. Zion Neat, Kanaya Watkins coming off the bench today for CIU. Each of those two were starters a season ago. Danielle Fleming looking to change things up and push some players today as Quenica Howard and Madison Ferrara will step aside. It's Leandra Franklin at the line, the graduate out of Jacksonville. First shot too much. Came into today's ball game having made both of her previous free throw attempts this season. She goes 1 for 2 on that trip, and Franklin will now step aside with Samantha Pacheco checking in. Neat the inbounds. As Watkins tries to find an open hole. 4:20 to play in the first. Rams lead it by 2. Watkins, Heston, Neat, Trawick, and Hatcher on the floor for CIU. You've got Pacheco, King, Lee, Burgess, and Small in for the Warriors. Trawick cannot corral it. Weber International headed the other way. Off the bounce, Burgess can't connect. Loose ball still on the floor. Inside to King off the glass. Samantha Pacheco whistled for the foul in the inbounds defensively. Her first, Weber International's third team foul. Hatcher now will have the inbounds. You've got Watkins and Heston on the back end for Columbia International. Beacon Eye bringing it up the floor. She dumps off to Hatcher across the timeline. Neat works the screen from Trawick. They go to Hatcher left side. And as Hatcher looked to dump inside in the paint to Trawick, nearly the entire defense for Webb International just collapsed in. They go over the top to Heston. Loose on the floor. Heston somehow comes away with it, dumps it off to Zion Neat. And a rattle out, shot clock expired. But on the offensive rebound and putback is Trawick. Now with 4 points for the Rams, she puts CIU back up by 2. Lee from 3. Trinity Lee gives the lead right back to Weber, up 14-13. Looks to be a competitive matchup early on. Trawick from the elbow, off the mark. Brought down by Burke. Lee on the other end, fresh off of a three-pointer. Pacheco will bring it to the top of the key. Burgess looking to drive left baseline on Neat. Her shot's off the mark. Heston headed the other way. Rams trail by a point. It's 2-on-1. Heston cannot convert on the coast-to-coast trip. And as she tried to save it, it falls into the wrong hands of Deja King and Weber International. Two-three zone from the Rams. 2 minutes left, first quarter. Weber International up 14-13. As Pacheco looked to go inside, she's whistled for the travel. As King will check out of the ball game, Alletra Graham coming off the bench, the graduate of Leesburg, Florida, averaging 16 points a game through 2 contests so far, both off the bench for Graham. She can be a dynamic playmaker for this group as she lines up defensively on Quanika Howard along the left side. Now into the ball game as well for CIU is Zany Thompson. Howard, right side from downtown. 1:38 to play in the first. Quanika Howard puts her first points in the books and puts the Rams back up by 2. Now on the other end, Hatcher had her jump shot poked away by Burgess. And Weber International's able to create their own turnover. As they try going inside to Hatcher. She comes away with a steal. And Neat's headed the other way, and she will draw the foul on Paulette Burke. Burke's first, Weber International's 4th team foul. Ferrara into the ball game as Hatcher will step aside for the first time in this one. Hatcher a team high 7 points on 2 for 4 from the field. Rams lead it by 2. 1:10 to play in the first. Neat looking to drive in the paint. She kicks out at Ferrara. Looked at the 3 and then took one too many steps. She's whistled for the travel. Trinity Lee working near sideline. She appears to be trapped, finds Pacheco. Pacheco driving on Thompson. Her layup tried going off the glass and off the mark. Neat on the other end. Howard straight away. Too much. And as Thompson was going for the offensive board, Burgess beat her to it. It looked to be a trap in the corner. Pacheco comes away and it's 2-on-1 with Neat the lone defender. Into the corner. Step back 3 for Graham. Too strong. Watkins will corral it. Shot clock's been turned off. 25 seconds left in our first quarter. And Watkins in transition will draw the foul from Burgess. That's Jada Burgess's first personal. Weber International's 5th team foul. That'll put them in the bonus and put Watkins at the line. 75% shooter this season through 2 games. Led this group a year ago and made free throws with 116 on the season, en route to an 80% year from the charity stripe. The senior out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. First shot up and good. Watkins' first point here tonight, her 4th year in the program. Both teams shooting 33% from the field. Watkins gets the lucky roll off the front iron. 2 quick free throws for her, and the Rams go up by 4. Weber International able to break the press. Burgess on the other end. Not there. Neat. Headed the other way. 10 seconds left in our first quarter. Watkins into the corner for Ferrara. A little bit off the mark on the pass. They've got 4 seconds to work. Howard from 3. Not there. And that'll be the end of our first quarter. CIU leads at 18-14 over Weber International right here on the CIU Sports Network. Back in Columbia on the CIU Sports Network. Columbia International on top of Weber International, 18-14 as we begin second quarter action. You've got Neat, Howard, Heston, Thompson, and Ferrara on the floor for CIU. Meanwhile, Pacheco, Lee, Graham, Burgess, and Burt round out the 5 on the floor for Weber International. Thompson looking to drive right side, and she'll draw a late whistle off of Trinity Lee. One substitution we missed there is Trinity Lee back into the mix. She'll pick up her first personal here tonight. Weber's first here in the second quarter. Zany Thompson, a freshman from Seabrook, South Carolina. Played just 4 minutes against Union. She nets her first free throw. Her first point as a CIU Ram. Product of Whale Branch Early College. Trying to push the lead to 6, and indeed she does. 9:48 to play in the first half. Rams lead 20-14. Full court pressure, 2-2-1. Burgess far side, goes back to center court now near side Pacheco. Running Jay, too much. Ferrara looking to gain the defensive rebound. And as she dumped off a pass, back on the attack was Burgess. And she'll get an and one opportunity. That's Madison Ferrara's first personal. The Rams' first team foul as well. Jada Burgess, a freshman from Miami, Florida. First time she's played this season here in this one. And she's got 3 points. She completes the three-point play. 9:33 to play in the first half. Neat bringing up the floor, dumps off to Heston. Defended by Burt. They go into Thompson. Off the glass. She draws the late whistle again. Trinity Lee now with 2 quick fouls for Weber International. And once again, it puts Thompson back at the line. 2 for 2 today from the charity stripe. Make it 3 for 3. Thompson now with 4 points for Columbia International. She's the leading scorer on the floor. as Hatcher has 7 on the bench currently. Amaya Small into the ball game for Lee as she exits with 2 fouls. Pacheco will bring it up the floor. Nice crossover pass to Burgess. Back out of Pacheco inside of the low post. Howard initially there to deflect it away. It'll go off the hands of Small. Once again, the Rams forcing turnovers. They forced 6 and given up just 3. Neat can't get it to fall. Rams up by 5. From the left elbow. Letra Graham, now with her first points tonight, draws within 3 of CIU. Howard across the center court logo, defended by Pacheco. Thompson, top of the key. Heston, jumper, just inside 10 feet, off the front iron. Burke along the baseline, now back up top to Graham. She sinks it. And just like that, we're tied up at 22 with 8 minutes left in the half. Ferrara, the travel, and Weber International has a chance to now retake the lead. They trailed by as much as 8 1 point earlier on in this second quarter. Hatcher trying to catch Pacheco off guard. From the right corner, the 3 off the mark from Wendy. Hatcher back in the ball game, immediately making an impact on the defensive end. It'll be Rams basketball following the deflection. Tied ball game at 22. Hatcher top of the key inside to Thompson. The freshman duo. They go to their graduate now. Heston back to Hatcher from deep. She'll draw the foul and head the line. Jada Burgess, the guilty party, picking up her second personal foul. That puts Hatcher at the line for 3 as Heston and Neat both step aside. Or excuse me, just Heston with Watkins back on the floor. Hatcher's first free throw will rattle out. You can hear her frustration there. 78% shooter this season. This time she goes 0 for 2. She's got 1 more. Not getting the lucky roll. The Rams shooting just 29% from the field. However, now shooting 82% from the charity stripe. Rams lead it 23-22. 2-2-1 press. They go to Pacheco. Up the left side, defended by Howard. Works the left wing, tries to go back top of the key. Indeed, she does to Franklin. Pacheco from 3. Off the mark, but now she's headed to the line for 3. As Hatcher commits the foul on the defensive end, she's got a quick 2 fouls. Samantha Pacheco, the junior out of Old Bridge Township, New Jersey. Her first free throw attempt in the 2021 season. Health Services Administration major. Two for 2, and she's got 1 more. A perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe was Samantha Pacheco. Hatcher will step aside for the first time this season. We're seeing the senior, Jordan McQueen, check into the ball game. McQueen missing the last 2 games for the Rams for personal reasons. She's on the floor, senior out of Columbus, Ohio. Watkins up and in. Kanaya Watkins now with 4 points, ties the game back at 25. Pacheco from just inside the three-point arc. Off the mark, McQueen deflected into the hands of Howard. She's got business coming from behind, and Small will take it away. Pacheco on the other end, defended by Neat. It's blocked. Now the Rams have it 4-on-1 against Wandig. They go to Trawick, who nearly has it taken away. Back to Zion from inside the circle. CIU up by 2, 6.5 to play in the first half. Both teams shooting 35% from the field. As Neat nearly corralled the rebound for it was last touch by Weber. Watkins, McQueen, Trawick, Neat, and Howard on the floor for CIU. You've got Lemon, Franklin, King, Wandick, and Small in there for Weber. Howard from the left side. She's got 10 on the shot clock. So dump off to Zion Neat, looking to drive left baseline. Now 5 on the shot clock. And Watkins going to be whistled for the offensive foul. A shoulder tackle on Leandra, or make that Alexandria Lemon. That's Watkins' first personal. The Rams' third team foul here in the second quarter. Inside to Small, too strong off the glass, but she'll draw the foul from Neat. That's Zion's first personal. The Rams now fourth team foul. Weber International, no field goals in the last 2.5 minutes. They've shot 5 of 6 from the line today. As Neat will step aside, Ferrara back into the ball game. Maya Small's first free throw up and good. The senior out of Lakeland, Florida. Had 8 points in the last contest against Florida National. She goes 2 for 2 from the cherry stripe this time around. 5.5 to play in the first half. McQueen looking to work left side. And it's poked away out of bounds by King, but it'll stay Rams basketball. Tied at 27. Watkins to McQueen from 3. Left it short. But there to corral the offensive board was Watkins. They try going into Trawick, and Weber's there to take it away. Looking for their first field goal in nearly 3 minutes. From the corner, rattling out, was a three-point attempt from Lemon. Rochelle Jacob, who started this ball game, checking back in with Amaya Small, heading to the bench for Weber. On the steal is Franklin. She draws the foul from McQueen. She's headed to the line as Weber looks to take the lead with 5 minutes left in the first half. Jordan McQueen's first personal foul. And that'll put the Rams in the bonus. Hatcher checking in for McQueen. Leandra Franklin, their graduate student from Jacksonville, Florida, will sink her first free throw. Now 2 for 3 today. Weber as a team shooting 89% from the line. And you can now bump that up to 90%. Hatcher looking to bring it up the floor. The Rams now down by 2. Hatcher swings as Heston will circle it back around. She spins into the zone. 8 on the shot clock, keeps it herself. Jumper won't go. Brought down by Franklin. 4.5 to play here in the first half. And on the other end, left short by King. Howard in transition. Hatcher from deep. Too strong. And Trawick will draw the foul, headed for the rebound. Rochelle Jacob whistled for her first personal. It'll be an inbounds for CIU underneath their own basket. Howard, straight away. Bang, she got it. Konika Howard puts the Rams up by 1, coming up on 4 minutes left in the first half. King appeared to be trapped. Now it goes into the corner for Lemon. She'll get the finger roll. Poking it away was King, as Hatcher will have the inbound near side. Weber International up 31-30. Stolen away. King to the basket and off the glass. Deja King now pushes the Weber lead to 3 points. She knocks down her first bucket of the night. Timeout, Columbia International. 3:09 to play in the first half, and Weber leads at 33-30 on the CIU Sports Network. Back on the CIU Sports Network inside the Moore Fitness Center. 3:09 to play in our first half. Weber International leads it 33-30 over the Rams. Hatcher, who leads CIU with 8 points and leads all scorers with 8. A very evenly distributed offensive ball game for both teams. Dumps it into Howard. Heston top of the key. Has it poked away by Lemon, and Weber looks to extend their lead. Cross pass inside the paint to Franklin. She gets it to go off the glass. Not the result the Rams wanted to see fresh out of their own timeout. Ferrara looking to swing it. Now into the hands of Howard. She'll bounce the dribble off her own foot. Able to pick it up. But she can't dribble after that. Double time for Konika Howard. .240 to play in the first half. Franklin to Lemon. And the corner to Wandick. Top of the key, Heston. Drawing the foul. On the charge was Rochelle Jacob. That's going to be her second personal. We see here down below Weber head coach Grady Morrell talking to CIU athletic director Darren Ritchie. Those two have a history with A.D. Ritchie previously being at Weber International and having a relationship with Morrell. I look at him and said, let's talk about that call later on. Heston right side. Rams trailing by 5. They go over the top to Ferrara. She takes in the corner. 8 on the shot clock. Heston dumps off. No, she'll keep it herself. Jumper will fall for Tania Heston. And it's rare that Heston just picks up her second bucket here with under 2 minutes to play in the first half. She was fresh off a 25-point game against Union. Wandig misfires from inside the paint. And the Rams have a chance to tie it here with a deep ball. 35-32 Weber. Ten on the shot clock. Treywick needs to dump it off. Indeed, she does to Hatcher. From 3 to tie. Too strong. Brought down by Lemon. Poked away. Last touch by Heston and the Rams. It'll be Warrior basketball. Minute 25 to go here in the second quarter. Lemon looking to bring it up the floor. She goes over the top to Wandig. Inside, trying to break the press was King. Too strong underneath. Rams down by 3. Coming up on a minute left. Watkins behind the back, went to drive in. It's poked away, and she touched it last. Franklin breaks through, will dump in the quarter. King looked at the 3, she'll now drive right baseline, bounces off her own knee, and out of bounds. Clock stops, 53 seconds left here in the first half. Rams still down, 35-32. Columbia International having 4 turnovers the last 3.5 minutes. Meanwhile, Weber coming up on a scoring drought of over 2 minutes. Top of the key, Watkins from the left side ties this game up at 35 with 35 seconds left in the first half. Rams looking to finish strong to close out the first half. Inside to Wandig, too strong. Treywick initially there, but it's Watkins who will corral it. Shot clock's been turned off, 22 seconds to play in the first half. Treywick from the low post keeps it herself and lays it in. Hannah Treywick now with 6 points. 6 seconds, now 5 from the corner. Franklin's three-pointer off the mark, still 2 seconds. Buzzer beater shot, no good from Lemon. At halftime, CIU leads at 37-35. We'll take a break and come back with a halftime interview with head coach Danielle Fleming right here on the CIU Sports Network. Back here inside the Moore Fitness Center, now joined by CIU head coach Danielle Fleming. Coach, you're up at halftime. Tell me your thoughts.
What a game, right? It's a good game. I feel like both teams are getting good stuff, transition points. It's pretty, when we look at the stats, it's pretty even kill. I mean, rebounds is like 1 or 2 off, turnovers are 1 or 2 off, free throws are 1 or 2 off. So I think it's going to come down to, fourth quarter, 3 minutes left, who can make better decisions, who can, not turn the ball over.
So far, your group's had a very offensively balanced attack. Madison Hatcher, leading scorer. She just got 8, though. You've really balanced out those 37 points.
Yes, definitely. I think my guards are taking care of the ball. I see that they're, trying to hedge out the ball screen, so we're going to, prepare for that in the locker room. But I think overall, it's nobody's just taking over. We're scoring when we can, when we, the extra passes, we're not forcing a lot of, so that's good.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
37-35, Rams lead it at halftime. We'll be back inside the Moore Fitness Center in moments. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center as we begin third quarter action. Coming out of halftime, the Rams lead Weber International 37-35. Talking with the head coach Danielle Fleming at the break. First sentence out of her mouth, what a ball game thus far. So evenly matched across the board, and she is correct. The Rams shooting 39% from the field. Weber International shooting 32%. On the boards, Weber with 22, CIU with 21. These two teams were neck and neck in the first half. Columbia International just pulled away at the end to go up by 2 as we begin third quarter action. Warriors will have the inbounds along the far side, and it's Franklin to bring it across the timeline. Defended by Heston, top of the key. She now swings it left side. Driving is Wendick. She couldn't find a lane. She takes it around the back door, dumps it off into the corner for King. Her three-pointer off the mark. The Rams headed the other way as Ferrara brought down the board. Ferrara standing top of the key. Goes to Trewick on the elbow. Trewick left side. Now left wing's Ferrara. Looking to drive with the left hand. She tried slicing through 3 defenders. Her layup was left short, but it's passed him up the floor. Howard was there to take it away, and Heston's three-pointer is off the mark. Now in the hands of Hatcher. They try going to low post to Trewick, but Jacobs there to take it away. King near side into the corner. Defended by Franklin, top of the key. Franklin driving, now back to King, left wing. She's going to be whistled for a travel. She tried sidestepping Heston. That'll be the first turnover of the third quarter. Howard, Hatcher, Heston, Trewick, and Ferrara on the floor for CIU. Meanwhile, you've got Lemon, Franklin, King, Wandick, and Jacob out there for Weber. Hatcher top of the key, dumps off to Trewick, just outside the straightaway. Trewick defended by Jacob heavily, finds Hatcher back again, who swings it from right to left. As Hatcher lifted a jump shot from the elbow, it's poked away, and Weber's headed the other way. In transition, King off the glass. Asia King now with 4 points, ties this game back up at 37, 8.5 to play in the third. Heston, far left side, defended by King. She brings back top of the key. Now Ferrara, wide open from deep, way off the mark. Couldn't even find the rim. Headed the other direction goes Franklin. Tried jumping off to Smalls. It wasn't there. Out of bounds. Big Rams basketball. Inbounds to Heston. 8:14 to go in the third quarter. She'll bring it up the floor against King. Warriors going man-to-man. Howard from the free throw line, too strong. Trewick trying to corral it, but it's Jacob who would dump it off to Franklin. Now on the other end, Deja King defended by Zion Neat. She goes up, left her shot short. As Neat is whistled for the foul. That's Zion's second personal. Columbia International's first team foul in the second half. Weber shot 90% from the line in the first half, going 9 for 10. As Deja King, the graduate student from Trenton, New Jersey, is set to go to the line. Ball getting away from the referee back behind the backboard. Small ran over to grab it for him. King at the line for 2. She's gone 4 for 4 on the cheerleader stripe this season. Won't be 5 for 5. She rattles out. Our game remains tied at 37 with 7:55 to play in the third. Second free throw, she'll sink that one. Weber International up 38-37. Full court man-to-man. Heston looking to drive. As she broke inside the arc. A reaching foul on Deja King. That's going to pick up her second personal foul. Rams have the inbounds. Hatcher to throw. 7:49 to play in the third. CIU down by a point. 24 seconds on the shot clock. 7:49 on the game clock. Third quarter action, Rams down 38-37. Howard top of the key, looks to dump off to Hatcher. It's not there. She's had 3 seconds defensively. Finds Trawick, now dumped off to Heston. Top of the key, Heston looking to penetrate, not there. Dumps off Howard, left wing three, well short. Out of bounds for the air ball. Seven minutes, 31 seconds left in the third. Nearly 2.5 minutes gone by. The Rams have been held scoreless. Meanwhile, Weber has netted just 3 points, all of which have come from the free throw line. Wannick inside of Jacob from the right elbow. Off the front iron. And as Weber went for the board, it's going to stay here, a foul on Columbia International and Tania Heston. Early on, implications are defensive. Slugger not. Quick inbounds to Small. Her quick shot is not there. Neat takes it the other way. Dumped off the Hatcher. Swinging right to left. Tries going off the glass. Layup off the mark. Wannick inside the circle. And she's fouled hard. She'll head to the line for two. Kunika Howard, the guilty party, picks up now her first personal tonight. Asia Wannick, the senior from Bakersfield, California. Fresh off a 12-point performance against Florida National. Here today she has just a bucket. Now making 3 points. She sinks her first free throw of the afternoon. Weber now shooting 85% from the line today. 11 for 13. Gonna be 11 for 14. Second free throw from Wannick off the back iron. And Heston gonna be whistled for the offensive foul. On the transition, trying to clear out her defender. Heston whistled for now her third personal foul. She'll be headed to the bench. Make that her second personal, excuse me. And the ball game is Kanaya Watkins. Under 7 to play in the third. Right wing three from Franklin. Left it short. Hatcher will corral it. Paulette make that Rochelle Jacob. Wincing her shoulder pain for Weber. Howard's initial runner wasn't there, but putback is. And we're tied at 39. The Rams took nearly 4 minutes, but they have their first points in the third quarter. On the other end, Deja King battling with Hannah Trawick in the paint. She'll get the bucket to go. Neat from deep. She got it. Zion Neat with the dagger. Puts the Rams up 42-41 here in the third quarter. King looking to drive. Defended by Trawick. And Hannah's there to corral the board off the miss. Watkins draws the foul in the paint. Leandra Franklin, the graduate, going to be whistled for her second personal. As Franklin exits the game, Pacheco checks in. Inbounds to Watkins. In the paint. Rams now up by 3. Pacheco, miscommunication from Wannick. Pass up the floor off the mark. Rams will get the turnover. And now on the other end, Hatcher's inbounds pass too much for Watkins. Now we just lost a few seconds of basketball for 2 miscommunication plays. (44-41) Columbia International. King inside of Trinity Lee. Long two, she got it. Trinity Lee now with 5 points. Make it 6 points, excuse me, for Weber International. Neat going coast to coast. She draws the hard foul, and she's headed to the line for 2. Checking into the ball game is Jada Burgess as Wandick will step aside. Neat, the sophomore out of Cedar Park, Texas. What a year she had a season ago. Led the team with 13 points a ball game. En route to NCCAA All-South Region first team honors, second team All-Conference, and was on the AAC's All-Freshman team a year ago. At the charity stripe, she goes 1 for 2. Push the Rams back up by 2. 45-43 our score. In transition on the other end is Burgess. She stopped there, dumped off to King. And Lee now brings the top of the key. From deep, three-pointer off the mark. Howard, bring it down. Watkins in transition, but it's Lee with a deflection. Howard, top of the key. Looking to drive in. She will draw the travel. Wilson for the travel was Howard. Burgess down to Smalls. Short range jumper's good, tied up at 45. Watkins nearly tripped up. She splits 2 defenders. Kicks it in the corner. Neat from downtown. Too strong. Last touch by Hatcher and the Rams. Kanaya Watkins leads Columbia International with 9 points. Hatcher's right there with her with 8, as is Quanika Howard. Also on the floor, you've got Trewick and Neat, both with 6 points. In transition, Burke too strong as Hannah Trewick will bring down her 9th rebound of the ball game. Trewick's got 6 points, 9 boards, looking for her first double-double of the season. 4 minutes left, third quarter. Trewick tripped up, lost her dribble. Out of bounds, it'll be Weber basketball. Pacheco down the right side. Thompson will poke it away, fresh into the ball game for Trewick, but the left wing 3 from Deja King gets stuck in the rim as Small will coming up to poke it away. .344 to play in the third. All knotted up at 45. Watkins, Thompson, Jordan McQueen now into the ball game. Rounded out by Neat and Howard on the floor for CIU. Meanwhile, you've got Pacheco, Burke, Graham, Lee, and Burgess out there for Weber. Neat left wing, looking to drive, but it's Thompson whistled for the illegal screen. That's Zany Thompson's first personal tonight. The Rams' 5th team foul. However, with it being an offensive foul, despite that being the bonus, it doesn't put the Warriors at the line. Burke tried dumping off Pacheco. McQueen there to take it away, and it's Pacheco whistled for the foul. Pacheco thought she had simply fallen. Referee believed she was hindering McQueen. And it will be McQueen who will bring it up the floor. Watkins off the screen, dumps off to Zion Neat. From deep, Zion Neat now with 9 points, one shy of her season high. Rams up by 3. Pacheco breaks the press. Straight away, bang! Electra Graham responds on the other end. We're tied back up at 48. These two teams met a year ago with CIU bringing home the 73-68 win. It was competitive 365 days ago. It's competitive here today. Watkins on the other end with a big battle. Graham from the elbow. Somehow got the jump shot off. Back and forth between these two. Which team will pull away first? Columbia International's hit 5 of their last 7 shots. As Neat in transition is going to draw the foul. Paulette Burke whistled for the foul. Alexandria Lemon checking in as Burgess checks out the ball game. Needed the line for 2, that being the 5th foul, putting Weber in the bonus. First free throw up and good from Zion. She's got a game-high 10 points. Neat, the Cedar Park, Texas native, goes 2 for 2. And she leads all scorers with 11. Lee looking for something from the elbow. 10 on the shot clock. As Burke drove in, it was poked away by Brittany Brown. McQueen gonna bring it up the floor. Brown will be registered for the steal. Neat, feeling it from deep. She's got it. Zion Neat now with 14 points. Pushes CIU up by 5. But on the other end, yet again, Graham responds. The lead is back to 2. Do they go back to Zion Neat? The Rams have hit 6 of their last 8 shots, including all of their last 3. Brown working off the screen. She goes to McQueen. From three-point territory, not there. Thompson, the offensive board. And as she went up for the putback, it's going to be a jump ball awarded to Columbia International. Awarded to Weber International. Deja Wandick checking in with Burke headed to the bench for the Warriors. .101 left in the third. Rams lead it by 2, under a minute to play. Lemon near side, back up top, Pacheco. They dump off to Graham. With Heston back in the ball game, she's on her defensively. 2-3 zone from CIU. Weber's hit their last 3 shots. Wandick from deep. Off the front iron. Neat to bring up the floor. Goes behind the back, working against Pacheco. Foul in transition on Samantha Pacheco. That's going to be her 3rd personal foul here tonight. That'll put Neat at the line for 2, with them being in the bonus. .55-53, CIU on top. 33 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Zion Neat leads all scorers with 14 points. She's 3 for 4 at the line tonight. Her first shot off the mark. Neat finds the bucket for the 2nd time. She now has 15 points on 4 of 7 shooting, including 4 of 6 from the line. CIU up by 3. There's a 3-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Wandick on the other end looking to drive on Thompson. Her runner's too strong. Brown brings it down. Shot clock turned off. 22 seconds left in the third quarter. McQueen deflection. Thompson's there for the bucket. CIU goes up by 5 as we begin to close out the third. 10 seconds left. Graham from the left corner. Off the front iron. Heston's got 5 seconds to work it to the floor. She shoots it over to McQueen. Pass will sail too long. Clock stops at a second left. Weber will have the last shot with a second remaining. Are they able to get it off? And it'll be Lemon who holds it. We're headed to the fourth quarter. The Rams lead it 58-53. Zion Neat's got 15. She's getting hot from the floor. We'll see if that transitions into the fourth quarter when we come back on the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center. We head to the fourth quarter. Columbia International leading Weber International 58-53. The difference maker in the third quarter for CIU was their sophomore sensation, Zion Neat. 13 third quarter points for the Cedar Park, Texas native. She was looking for that stronger start of the season. Talking with head coach Danielle Fleming, she said she, along with the coaching staff and Zion, kind of had that heart-to-heart earlier this week. And Zion just wasn't having the strong start that Zion was looking for. And Zion expects out of herself. She got in the gym, put up extra shots, and now it's paying off as she leads all scorers with 15. Loose ball. It'll be a jump ball awarded to Weber. 5 points separates these two squads. You've got Lee, Franklin, King, Small, and Graham on the floor for the Warriors. It's Franklin who will bring it up. She looks to penetrate the paint. It'll dump back out to King. Now they'll swing it left side to Graham. From the left side, Elantra Graham sinks her third three-pointer of the ball game. Now with 16 points. Elantra Graham, your leading scorer tonight. The Warriors are drawn within 2. Hatcher off a screen. Dumps it to Heston. The jumper no good. King headed the other way. Franklin inside. Deflection from Zion Neat out of bounds. It'll be Weber basketball. Neat with her first block tonight. (58-56) our score. Under 9 to play. Rams finning the paint heavily. Inbounds pass goes to Small. She gets it to go off the glass. Tied up here in the Moore Fitness Center. Heston down the left side. Swings it to Hatcher. Top of the key is Neat. Now Thompson. Neat picked up her dribble too soon. They go into Thompson. On the low block, Zany Thompson with the bucket. Rams now lead it by 2. Graham nearly loses her dribble, and indeed she will. Last touch by Weber, and it's Rams basketball. Neat and Heston on this end. And it'll be the Division I transfer from Oakland University, Heston, to bring it up the floor. Neat swings around a defender. It's 5-on-4. Neat with the right hand off the mark. Attempted alley-oop left short from Graham to Small. That's those type of plays I'm sure that Warriors head coach Grady Morrell wishes they could have back. Neat comes up limping from that layup, moving slowly up the floor. Howard offensively can't beat King to the bucket. 7.5 to play. Tied at 60, Heston whistled for the offensive foul. Heston, Thompson, and Neat headed to the bench with McQueen, Ferrara, and Trawick all seeing their first minutes here in the fourth quarter. Not to mention Kaniah Watkins also checking in the ball game. King working left side. She drives to the paint. Right hand, no good. Trawick now with her 10th board of the ball game. She's halfway there to a double-double. She's got 6 points offensively. Rams not afraid to share the basketball. Ferrara driving left baseline, fouled hard. No whistles blow, no foul called. It was a clean deflection defensively by Trinity Lee. Watkins on the other end will take it away herself. These two teams getting physical here in the fourth quarter. McQueen pump fake the three, drives in the paint herself. Rattling out, the PA announcer was ready to announce the bucket. 6.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Graham from three yet again. Alontra Graham now 5 of 7 from deep. She leads all scores with 19 points, and Weber's up 63-60. How we're looking to go coast to coast, too strong off the glass. But she responds on the defensive end, but not before Franklin. We'll take it right back. Timeout taken by Weber International. 6:01 to play in the fourth. CIU down 63-60. When we come back on the CIU Sports Network. An interesting fourth quarter here inside the Moore Fitness Center. Columbia International down to Weber International by 3. 63-60 our score with 6 minutes, 1 second left on the clock. For CIU, they've got to figure out things offensively, or else this one might slip away. They haven't scored a bucket in the last 2.5 minutes, 0 for their last 5 from the floor. Fresh out of the Warrior timeout, it'll be Weber basketball. King near side, back top of the key to Franklin. They look going into Smalls, and indeed they will. Defended by Trawick on the low post. Shot left short. Trawick's got her 11th rebound of the night. And as Watkins looking to drive to the bucket, a jump ball, it was Leandra Franklin standing there in defensively. It stays Rams basketball with 5:39 to go. Watkins will pick up her dribble, dumps off to Ferrara. Rams down by 3 points. These two teams have played as even of a battle as you could. Inside to Trawick. She's fouled and she'll head to the line for 2. Weber shooting 37% from the field. Columbia International 36. CIU shooting 35% from the three-point line, Weber 33. Warriors 79% from the line, CIU 76. Columbia International has held the rebounding category 39 to 36. But these two teams have been pretty even across the board. Ferrara goes into Watkins. 18 on the shot clock here in the fourth quarter. 5:16 on the game clock. Treywick top of the key. Now they got 10 to shoot. McQueen left wing dumps it off to Howard in the corner. Ferrara from downtown off the front iron. There to bring it in was Jada Burgess. Burgess looking to go coast to coast. It's 3-on-2. Stop short was Lemon. Nearly lost her dribble. Dumps back off to Burgess. But she has whistled for a travel. She pulled up for the long two. Jordan McQueen, Madison Ferrara headed to the sidelines for Columbia International with Hatcher and Neat returning to the floor. Watkins, Hatcher, Treywick, Neat, and Howard out there for CIU. But for Weber, it's Alexandria Lemon pushing the lead to 5 for the Warriors. Watkins, the runner. Too strong, there for her own offensive board. Dumps out to Hatcher. Initially deflected, and it fell short of the rim. Wandick up to Lemon. Long two, rattling out. And Deja King going to be whistled for the foul as she rugged down Hatcher. Five points separates these two teams with under 5 minutes to play. Don't go anywhere. This one's getting interesting. Lemon initially poked it away. Howard was able to get it across the timeline. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 14 on the game clock. She'll dump off Watkins, left side. Howard, the straightaway three in the face of Jada Burgess. We've got a 2-point ball game, but Burgess responds. The lead back to 4 for Weber. Both coaches on their feet, with this one getting interesting. Howard, crossover dribble, poked away, and Burgess with the steal. Jada Burgess will draw the foul, head to the line for 2. Kanaya Watkins going to be whistled for her second personal here in the fourth quarter. Three and a half to play here in the fourth quarter. 67-63 our score. Burgess at the line, shooting 2. A freshman from Miami, Florida. First free throw's up and good. Burgess 5 points tonight. Looking to make her second consecutive free throw and push the lead to 6. Rattling out, brought down by Howard. Transition foul on Alexandria Lemon as Howard looked to make it up the floor. Lemon going to be whistled for her second personal. 68-63 our score. They go into Heston. She looks to evade defenders. Top of the key, Howard dumps off to Hatcher. On the right side, bang, money. Madison Hatcher with a deep ball, draws the Rams within 2. Now they got to pick up it on the defensive end. Heston initially had the steal, but Burgess was able to take it back. Driving inside, working around Treywick. Jada Burgess lays it in. The lead is back to 4 for Weber. We're in store for an exciting finish here in Columbia. Howard doesn't get the lucky bounce off the rim. 2:40 to left here in the fourth quarter. 70-66 in favor of Weber International. Lemon looking to drive, deflected by Trawick on the runner. Heston trying to bring it up the floor. She draws the foul on Lemon. Alexandria Lemon with 2 personal fouls. No one on the floor is in foul trouble. We've got Heston with 3 and Franklin with 3 for Weber. Trawick defended by Wandick. Comes off to Hatcher. 15 to shoot. They work a screen. Left side, Zion Neat looking to take over this ball game. She keeps herself. Neat from the paint will draw the foul and head to the line for 2. Asia Wandick whistled for the foul. That's just her first. Neat headed to the line. 2:05 left in the fourth quarter. Trying to make this a 2-point ball game with these 2 shots. Neat will sink the first. Neat with 17 points. Make that 16, excuse me. But now you can say 17. Right side, King goes back to the top in the hands of Franklin. Franklin working on Wandick screen. Under 2 to play. Weber up by 2. Wandick from the paint. Too strong. Howard will bring it down. The Rams have a chance to tie it. Heston near side. Lost her dribble in the paint. Loose ball. Jump ball. And it'll be awarded to Weber International. 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. The Rams down by 2. Wandick to inbounds. Franklin will bring it up the floor. She's got Lemon near side. King in the paint. Burgess along the right wing. 1:30 to play. 20 on the shot clock. Franklin top of the key, back to Lemon. She's looking at the 3 ball. Too strong. Trawick brings down what is now her 12th rebound. Heston, they've got 5 on 4. Neat drives inside. Dumps into Trawick. Turnaround, too strong. Offensive board, put back, she's fouled. Hannah Trawick gonna get 2 free throws and a chance to tie this up. Columbia International down by 2. Trawick's first free throw rattling out. And Trawick has a chance to draw the Rams within 1. Too strong. Loose ball on the ground. Somehow Franklin came away with it, and Franklin will make that Howard gonna be whistled for the foul. Excuse me, Kanika Howard picking up her second personal. It's just the 3rd team foul as Trinity Lee checks into the ball game for Weber. Clock stops in 1:03. Wandick checking out. Weber the inbounds. King near side. 23 on the shot clock, 55 on the game clock. Trinity Lee, turnaround jumper, off the mark. Jump ball, and it's going to be Rams basketball. Howard there to corral it. A 2-point game, 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Timeout, Columbia International. An exciting finish in store. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for a 2-point ball game on the CIU Sports Network. Back in Columbia, CIU down by 2 points to Weber International, 70-68 our score. 50.7 seconds remain, and it's Rams basketball in front of their own bench. Heston, Trawick, Howard, Neat, and Hatcher on the floor for CIU. You've got Lee, Lemon, Franklin, King, and Burgess out there for Weber. Heston the inbounds. The Rams looking for a bucket. They go into Trawick. Heston takes it back top of the key. Neat left side, working on Burgess. Trying to drive in. She has it poked away, and Burgess on the other end. 13-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Franklin defended by Heston near the timeline. 33 seconds left, 20 to shoot. Franklin trying to drive in. Lee, shot rattling out. Neat brings it down. 23 seconds left. Heston down the left side looking to tie. A three to win it. Heston inside to Trawick. She'll draw the foul. Shot off the mark. She's got 2 free throws again. Keep in mind, less than a minute of game time ago, Hannah Trawick had 2 free throws to tie it. Missed both. She has redemption time now. Trawick, first free throw. Up and good. Hannah Trawick grew up just a few miles away from CIU. Native of Lexington now in her 4th year in the program as a senior. This next free throw could tie the ball game. Trawick, free throw short, brought down by Lee. A foul on the other end, committed by Quanika Howard. Clock stops at 10 seconds. Just the 4th team foul for CIU. And I believe they're going to conversate here about a potential intentional foul. Could it just be a common foul? I believe it will be. And indeed, that is the call. Timeout, Weber. 10 seconds left. Columbia International trails 70-69. We come back here on the CIU Sports Network. Back in the Moore Fitness Center, 10 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Weber leads Columbia International 70-69. It's Weber basketball on their end of the floor. Heston, Hatcher, Howard, Trawick, and Neat all in there for CIU. The Rams have a foul to give before sending Weber to the free throw line. Lemon to inbounds. She's got Burgess, King, Pacheco, and Franklin in there. The inbounds for CIU goes into Burgess, and quickly Trawick will commit the foul. Clock stops 8.4 seconds. And that was the 5th foul. That puts Burgess at the line for 2. Trawick checking out. Kanaya Watkins into the ball game. 2 free throws for Jada Burgess, the freshman out of Miami, Florida. 1 for 2 tonight. She's got 7 points. She'll sink the first. With Moore Fitness Center getting a little loud. This next shot does not ice it. Rams will get a chance. Down potentially right now 2 if she makes this 3. The second free throw is good. A 3-point ball game. Timeout, Columbia International. 8.1 seconds remain. CIU down 72-69 to Weber. We come back on the CIU Sports Network. This game has kept us on the edge of our seats for the last 10 minutes. We're down to 8.4 seconds remaining. Columbia International's down by 3. Weber up 72-69. Coming out of the Rams timeout, they'll have the inbounds, needing a three-pointer to tie. Looking to force overtime. It's Hatcher, Heston, Howard, Watkins, and Need on the floor. Heston will have the inbounds. 8.4 seconds are left. Can the Rams make a memory? Inbounds to Watkins in the corner. And she steps on the baseline out of bounds. Turnover. It's Weber basketball. I'm sure that was not the play that Danielle Fleming had lined up. And it's a timeout from head coach Corey Morrell and Weber. 5.4 seconds left. Columbia International lost their chance as Kanaya Watkins lost her handle out of bounds, stepping on the baseline. The Rams potentially could get a stop and throw up a half-court shot if they wanted. But obviously your chances of potentially making that shot are greatly, greatly lower than the chance you just had. Not able to get a shot off is something that's going to stick with the Rams team for quite a while heading into the remainder of their regular season. .4 seconds left. Weber the inbounds. They lead it by 3 over Columbia International. CIU needs a steal. Over the top, Franklin wide open, and she's going to be able to tiptoe and run out the clock. And he stops at 2.7 as Heston commits the foul. Leandra Franklin tiptoeing the baseline, trying to run out the clock. She gets 2 shots at the free throw line. As she sinks one, this one is over. A graduate student from Jacksonville, Florida, in her 5th year in the program. There's the dagger. Weber up by 4. Franklin in clutch time goes 2 for 2. Rams down by 5. Fleming takes one final timeout. 2.7 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. You look at what CIU has struggled with here in the last bit in the 4th quarter. Well, it's offensively. They've been held scoreless. The last 3.5 minutes have not sank a field goal, just 2 for their last 12 here in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Weber International, they've struggled offensively too. It's been a defensive onslaught late. Weber 0 for their last 5. They haven't made a shot in the last 3 minutes. These two teams just getting it done from the charity stripe. Rams the inbounds, but they're down by 5. Not really enough time to do much. Heston the inbounds. Howard, quick shot, deflected by Lee, and that's the ball game. Weber International comes to Columbia and takes down the Rams. Final score, Weber 74, CIU 69. Columbia International falls to 1-2 on the season. They'll be on the road Thursday night at Bluefield College for a 5:30 tip as they return to AAC play. That'll do it for us here in Game 1. Stay tuned. We've got Columbia International men's action coming up as they play host to the Allen University Yellow Jackets in exhibition play. We come back on the CIU Sports Network.